Hello, hello. Happy Friday to all of you beautiful people. This is Kitty Chambliss of Loving Without Boundaries, and I am delighted to be here today. You might be seeing us on various different places. So if you are seeing us in our private Facebook group, which if anyone who is not a part of it would like to join, you can do a search on Facebook for Loving Without Boundaries, Healthy Open Relationships, and Lifestyle Freedom. And if you're seeing us inside that group, we wanted to say we're glad that you are here. Welcome. Our group is thriving and growing. We are 14,500 strong and increasing every day because people are very curious and wanting to learn more about how to be in an ethically non-monogamous relationship and are looking for help. And I totally honor that. And if you're seeing us on other platforms, we are excited to be speaking to you as well. If you're looking for a community, know that we have that private Facebook group. There is my podcast, Loving Without Boundaries, which is 250 episodes strong and going. And there is also my blog and my newsletter. So if you go to lovingwithoutboundaries.com, you can find all of those goodies, those great resources. There are books. There's my book, Jealousy Survival Guide, How to Feel Safe, Happy, and Secure in an Open Relationship, and so much more. Okay. So with that, let's get into today's topic. A lot of times when I talk to people every single day in this space who are looking for help. And what I find is that without help, when people try to figure this out on their own, they can unintentionally damage their most cherished relationships, their connection. They can suffer unnecessarily. I love the quote that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. You don't have to suffer. That's exactly why there are mentors, coaches, counselors, professionals that are there to help you. So I really do have a belief that if you want to get from where you are now to where you want to be, you want to do it with the least amount of suffering as possible, maybe even have fun doing it and compress time, that working with a mentor or a coach is one of the best ways to do it. And I put my money where my mouth is. I believe if you're going to be a coach, you need to have a coach. And I've been studying under a whole team of coaches literally for 6 years. And of course, did all kinds of certifications. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to help you all out. I started my blog back in December of 2012. And back when I started, there were not many coaches, well-trained therapists, and counselors in this space of helping people who identify as coloring outside of the lines of heteronormative monogamy, meaning open relationships, polyamory. And now you find them all over the place. They're everywhere. They're popping up, left, right, and you don't know how long they've been around. So at the end of the day, when you work with a professional that you're paying your hard-earned money to, you want to make sure that you're getting what you came for, which at the end of the day is results. And so I'm going to give you some different questions to ask, to think about when you are interviewing a mentor or a coach, to see what they're all about. Do they have what it takes? Can they get you the results that you deserve? Are they a successful professional? Because that's what it's all about. And the sad truth is that there are a lot of people who don't have the right training, or perhaps are just coming from a different space than you. And it also just may not be a fit, right? It just might not click, and that's okay. It's important to know that you can give yourself permission to go find where it clicks. So there are over 70,000 coaches in the entire world, and 51,000 are members of the International Coaching Federation, and not all of them are certified, right? So that's a very small percentage of the population that are coaches, even though that number is growing. So most coaches, or people that say that they are coaches or mentors, they may have two different skill sets. They may understand a little bit of strategy, tools, and techniques, and they may also understand a little bit of psychology. But what's important to know is there are brand new beginner mentors and coaches. And then there's also getting to a master level. That means mastery of human behavior, mastery of helping people start to get into action, because we can get stuck and paralyzed by indecision and inaction. And then it's also important to have a structure and a system that you're taking people through that works, not just crossing your fingers, not just applying a few techniques and hoping that it works, right? That doesn't make any sense. So here are, to get real results, here are some questions that you can be asking. One is, have they created the outcome that you want for themselves? Meaning, are they in a successful, happy, healthy, open relationship, living their most authentic life, even when they are coloring outside the lines of heteronormative monogamy? Have they done it for themselves? Number two, have they done it for other people? Meaning, have they successfully coached other people? Do they have case studies? Do they have testimonials? Because it's one thing to do it for yourself, and then it's another thing to have the skill set to guide somebody else to those results. Yes or no? Number three, have they done this for a long period of time? And when I say done this, I mean both the coaching and being a professional at it and getting results, and also being in a healthy, open relationship, or again, living their most authentic life. Are they walking their talk? And do they have that for a long period of time? Just to give you an example, I hear so many times the myth that open relationships don't work. Polyamory just ends in disaster. And that is just bunk. I'm here to tell you that I have been with my husband. We just had our 21st anniversary of our first date. We're going to have our 18th wedding anniversary this fall. And my other partner, we have been together. It'll be 9 years this fall. He's been living with here in our house. So 3 adults under one roof for 8 years, actually, as of a couple weeks from now. And he is married to somebody else, and they have been in a successful marriage. They just celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary, 30 years. So again, like, that just shows that it is possible. There is longevity here. Because asking these questions is really important to know how to evaluate a coach and their quality, because a lot of coaches have not done it for themselves. They maybe only have a little bit of theory, and then you have other people that have done it for themselves, but they don't know how to guide somebody else through a process that actually works. Then the fourth question is, and the last piece is, they've got to care about you. They've got to care about your heart, you as a human being, really mind to mind and heart to heart. Are they just, you get that swarmy feeling, like they're just wanting to get in your wallet, or they're all about kind of the fame and getting on the stages as much as possible? You want to make sure that you feel they're caring for you, because it's really important that you sense that. Listen to your intuition, because somebody could have a great mindset, they could have a great skill set, but they may not really care about what your actual results are, and have the ability to help you build momentum and hold you accountable. They're not there to be your friend. They're there to be your coach and to tell you the hard truth. That's sometimes, and that often for a good coach is how they have your back. So those are some great questions. So have they done it for themselves? Yes or no? Have they done it for other people? Yes or no? Have they done it for a long period of time, both personally and professionally? And are they transparent about that? Or are they keeping their cards really close to the vest? And do they actually care about you? So those are 4 questions. And then another thing to keep in mind is, what are their credentials? So that's really number 5. What are their credentials? Are they posted on their website? Do they have various certifications that are in alignment with what you're looking for? Do you believe in their philosophies and how they're coming at things? And are they transparent about that and honest about what are their philosophies on their website? So, like I said earlier, there is the International Coaching Federation. There are currently about 51,000 members. Only about 42,000 or so hold any credential at all. And there are 3 levels there. There's 56% are at the lowest level, which just means an associate coach. Associate coach, it simply means that they have about 100 hours, just 100 hours of professional coaching experience, where they're working with live clients. The second level is a PCC. They're only let me see here, 40% at the PCC level. That means professional coach. At that level, if memory serves, you need about 500 hours of working with actual live clients. Then there is the MCC level. That stands for master coach. And out of all the certified coaches at the International Coaching Federation, there are only 4% at that master level. You need a minimum of 2,500 hours working with live people, creating results for them. And I am proud to say that I am one of the master level coaches. There are literally only a little over 1,000 of us in the entire world. I'm not even joking around. The entire world of 8 billion people. And as far as I know, and somebody can join me on this talk or prove me wrong, I believe I'm the only master level ICF certified coach who specializes in helping people in open relationships and polyamory, and those who are looking to live their most authentic life, meaning also people in the LGBTQ plus community as well, who maybe are needing to release shame and guilt about really stepping into and getting behind who they are. And it is an absolute privilege and an honor to be able to have the wherewithal to get those certifications, to put in the time, the hours to help these beautiful, amazing human beings that I get to serve. It just brings me so much joy. It is so incredibly rewarding. And that is exactly why I do this work. And it is an honor to be at that master coaching level with the ICF. And it is also an honor I just hit over 7,000 hours of live coaching experience with real clients getting real results. And you can read those case studies on my website, watch the case study, the success stories. And if what I want you, when you're watching those, I don't want you to be thinking about me. I want you to be thinking about the people who changed and transformed their lives and think, wow, if they can do it, so can I. If they can find the right mentor or coach for them, so can I. And it can show you what's possible. So I really want you to feel that. I want you to hear my words when I say that, and know that at the end of the day, there are being is at the master level, that's 1/10 of 1% of all coaches. So it is a rare privilege to be at that state, and I am so happy to be able to serve this community at a really high level. So I've been doing this a really long time. I've been practicing consensual non-monogamy for 2 decades, identified as polyamorous for about 14 of those years. And I've been living with 3 adults under one roof, which is tricky. Believe me, it's tricky. And I can help the people that I work with not step on those landmines. They don't have to go through the suffering the way I did, and make sure that you're compressing time to get you from where you are now to where you want to be, because it's all about getting better results in less time, and ideally, even having fun while you're doing it. I also recently got trauma informed certified because a lot of the people that I work with have had some trauma in their life. I'm really sorry to say, but a lot of us have had trauma in our lives. And so I wanted to be able to serve at a really, really high level. And that is also an honor. So know that I have lived this lifestyle myself. I am right now. One of my coaches loves to say, we are always in the trenches of our work. Believe me, I'm in the trenches of my work. I've been on countless stages to share this message, which is so beautiful and amazing. So I want you to have hope as you hear this message. Know that there are expert coaches and mentors out there. I am one of them. If you're resonating with what I'm saying here, feel free to book a call if you would like to. You can learn more about me at my website, lovingwithoutboundaries.com. If you like what you see, if you watch some of the case studies and you're like, I want me some of that, feel free to book a call at lovingwithoutboundaries.com/apply. That takes you into my calendar. Just find a time slot that works for you. And then there'll be a brief form for you to fill out to set us up for success on that call. And then I will read that and meet you at that appointment time. We will have an honest and authentic conversation. I will do my best to see if we're a fit to work together and if I can help you and or your loved ones based on what we learn on that call. I'll diagnose what's going on, and then we can talk about what that would look like to move forward. And you have my word that if we are not a fit, I will let you know, and I will do my level best to steer you in the best direction for you, because this is all about you, your success, and you living your best life. But know that it is possible to have less fear and anxiety, more joy, connection, love, and happiness, and better results in your relationship, even when you're doing something tricky and often complicated, such as untraditional relationship structures like open relationships and like polyamory. So if that's you, go to that link, lovingwithoutboundaries.com/apply. And again, if you are looking for community, know that you are not alone. You can come join our private group on Facebook if you search for Loving Without Boundaries, Healthy Open Relationships, and Lifestyle Freedom. With that, I will end here and say happy Friday. Have a beautiful weekend. I'm sending you lots of love. Know that you are not alone, and support is here when and if you are ready for it. Mwah. Take care.